Hi guys, it's Nancy and I have some new release products from Spellbinders, and this is part of the Happy Dance collection. This collection has quite a few dies. There's some glimmer plates and stamp sets and so on, so I find these are great for the next couple of months when you have Mother's Day, graduation, Father's Day, all these things coming up. So these will be great things to have in your stash that you'll reach for. So we have the sentiment set, and this is called the We All Dance sentiment set. This is STP082. And by the way, these are all going to be available March 14th, 2022 on the Spellbinders website. And I'll have the link down below for you guys. So we have Happy Birthday, I'll Drink to That, Happy Father's Day, Happy Mother's Day, Thanks a Latte, Hello Friend, Number One, Best Mom, Best Dad, Stuck on You, Congratulations, Sending a cup full of hugs, thank you, Nothing a little glue can't fix, Happy Souls Craft, Hello Friend, Seize the Day, and Craft Till You Drop. So that is a clear photopolymer stamp set. And then this is the I Danced Etched dies. So I want to show you here all the pieces, and I've already pre-cut them. So we'll be assembling these today. So the first thing you have, and these are the dancing legs, like on the little dancing gnome and snowman they had in the winter. So I'll show you that. So this is your cup of latte. So you have the lid, and let me put these on the paper and hold them up so you guys can see them. Okay, so you have the cup, the lid, and then this is where your sentiment goes on the inside there, right? Also, you could use this as a vase, so keep that in mind. There are other options with this one, okay? So those are the three pieces for your cup of coffee, your latte. This is a bottle of glue. So again, you have your glue, you have the label, and then you have the neck of the glue and the lid to the glue. So those are the pieces for the glue bottle. Okay. For the floral images, you have 3 flowers, small, medium, large, and you have a middle, and they are sized to be layered. You can or do with or without. And then you have some accessory foliage, leaves, things like that. So that's your florals. And all of this comes in one die set. So if you're looking to mix and match some things, you're just a coffee person, you get all of these in one die set. Okay. And then here is our dancing lady. So we have her skirt. We have her dancing legs. Now there's these 2 smaller accessories. So let me explain what they are. This one is her arms and hands, because she's going to be holding the vase, the flowers, the glue, the coffee, whatever. See, you don't get the top of her body because whatever she's holding is going to be in front of that. So these are her arms and her hands. This piece, it took me a minute to figure it out. These are her shoes. So the way these go is this is her shoe, and then this is the front of her shoe if you wanted to add a little bit of shine to the shoe. So that's what those pieces are, all right? So I've already pre-cut all the pieces I'm going to use. By the way, this is item number S41179. And again, it's called the I Danced Etched dies. I'm just going to throw all these back in my baggie so I don't lose them. This is how Spellbinders sends them to us on the design team. We get them pre-packaging. So sometimes we have to figure out where everything goes. Okay. I don't want to lose any of my pieces there. All right. So I've pre-cut some of these things. Some are cut out of colored paper and some are cut just out of white cardstock, and I was just going to color it. So I'm going to start with my card base here, and let's start with the latte one because I think that'll be the easiest. And I have cut a piece of cardstock 5.5 by 4 1/4. This is just some coffee beans background. This is no longer available. This is really old paper. In fact, I think I'm going to cut the bottom off there. Maybe I'll cut it. Just so we have a little bit of design on our paper. There we go. This is old, I think it's Stampin' Up! Paper that I'm sure is long gone by now. But there's so many companies that offer coffee papers. You'll be able to find them anywhere. Stamps, all those kinds of things. Okay, so that's my background. So now I'm going to set up my lady. And I did cut some of her legs out of colored cardstock, some of them out of white so I could color them. But just so I can assemble this here, how it basically goes. Let's do red on this one. Or do we want to do yellow? Let's do yellow. It goes like that. Oh, let me stay in frame here. And then for our coffee cup, let's assemble that. I do want to color, and it does emboss the lid and the cup, so you guys can see that embossing there and embossing here. So it adds that little bit of extra dimension. This little piece I'm going to stamp on Thanks a Latte. Okay, we'll let that dry a second. And I'm going to color the lid like a dark gray. So I know a lot of you are in coffee clubs and coffee card challenges, so that's really how easy it is. I'm not going to complicate any of this. So now we're going to put a little bit of glue on the top here. And I'm using art glitter glue. It dries very quickly. So once you have it, I'm just using these reverse tweezers to kind of hold everything in place. Once they're stuck on. And then we need her little hands. I'm going to use these little flesh colored ones. They're so tiny. They're stuck together. We have our little arms. So if she were holding this, it'd be like this, right? It's the same hand. I need the other hand. And so while that's drying, let me put her little legs into place here. And I'm just going to use a pop dot. Last time I used a brad, but you can use a pop dot. And this is just a circular pop dot that I'm going to just put right there. And we don't want any glue on her legs because we want those to be little dancing legs. And then the pop dot is going to stick to her skirt. So that'll hold that in place, and then everything else is going to be glued to the skirt. So we have this. I'm going to put a little bit of glue at the top here. This is a great way to use up any excess small pieces of scrap paper you have around. So then we can put her arms around like she's holding the coffee like that. And again, if you want to take the time to add more coloring and shading, you can. There is a little slit cut out of her hand right here if you want to kind of slide that. Now my glue is starting to set here, so there we go. So her arm will just barely peek from behind this ginormous extra large latte here. And we'll do the same on the side. And then if you wanted to use the extra hands, you could. You don't have to. It's like the shoes. You don't have to. I do recommend a liquid glue. I think it does make it easier, and something that's, you know, pretty quick drying. Oh no, my ink was not set and I have smeared it everywhere. Oh no, Nance. Okay, and I don't think I can. I'm gonna have to restamp that and put that on there later. Whoopsie, that was a boo-boo on my fault. I'm like, why is everything getting gray? All right. So that's everything for the coffee. And then if you wanted to do the shoes, you could color the shoes and put those on there. I'm just going to take a little bit of dark blue here. Put a little piece of scrap paper underneath. And I'm just going to color her feet. I'm not going to add the shoes. You totally can. It's up to you. All right. So now we take off the protective tape piece there on the glue dot or pop dot. And now we glue our dress where we want, or our dress and our latte where we want it. And if you wanted to add an extra piece of foam adhesive back there to hold that in place so it's popped up, you could do that. And then obviously embellish it as you would. And we have these cute little dancing legs for her. Okay, so that's the latte one. Pretty easy to do on that one. All right, let's move on to the next one. So the next one, I was going to do Elmer's glue. Again, I have another piece of background paper here. And for this one, we'll color her legs in. Same thing if you wanted to add the shoes. Let me color these in. Might want to have your pokey tool or your tweezers, or color them before you cut them. That's why cutting with colored paper is easier. These are her little slippers, loafers. And these are the fronts of the shoes. You could color them a different color if you wanted to. Just by layering them, it gives them dimensions. We have those, the Ugg boots that are with the shopping lady from the winter time. You could use those. So you could, you know, almost make a little collection of dress up with these little fun items. All right, so for this one, same kind of thing. Let's glue her little shoes on. This is the Elmer's glue. I'm not going to stamp the sentiment on that one right now because I don't want to mess it up, but I would use Stuck on You for that one, and you can see how that one's going to fit perfectly in there. And we're going to color the neck of the Elmer's glue gray. Well, I guess I can't say Elmer's glue. Glue bottle. It's whatever glue company you want it to be. So, to assemble that, guess I could stamp directly on here. I don't have to use that extra piece. I'll fix that later. I just wanted to do it for demonstration for you guys. Okay, same thing. We're going to do our little pop dot. And I'm going to put an extra one on the back here. And for this one, we're going to put a little red skirt on her. So the whole point is her legs are the only things that move. And for this one, I think we can just do hands. I don't think we need to put the whole arms on there. Let's see how that looks. Okay. Sometimes you need extra hands. And I have other tweezers in here. Where's my other ones? All right, so we'll let those tweezers hold those hands in the place, and then that one is done. Like I said, I can go back and re-glue the sentiment to fix that one. And then the last one is the floral image. And again, keep in mind, I think that that latte cup could be cut into a vase if you wanted to. I'm going to do it without the vase, and I'm going to do it without the dancing legs on this one. So that one's the glue one. She's a boogie in. Maybe I'll put a little bit of foam tape on each side so her legs don't swing as much. So that's that one. And then for the last one, we're going to do a floral card, and we're not going to make her legs dance. So we're just going to put some glue at the top here. And look at this. I cut out some fancy leftover paper for this one. do like her popped up though, so I think I will keep the pop-up aspect. And all we're going to do here is just layer the florals. This one's really easy to do. And again, there's no right or wrong way. You guys use your imagination and create whatever you want to create. If you want to create a bunch of flowers, you can do that. So that'll be the center. And then I cut out 2 sets of greeneries for the leaves. So reverse tweezers, hold the glue on that. Put some more little foam dots on here. Well, let's do it this way. Okay, good enough to me. Take off my little protective adhesive backers there. Okay, and on this one, you can, again, you can put the hands on. I don't think that you have to, honestly. They're really tiny, but personal preference. If you wanted to put the arms are coming down. Let's see. We can certainly manage that here. But think about, you know, you have birthdays, you have Mother's Day. Like I said, you have graduations coming up. There are a lot of special occasions coming up. There's also a set that's a little bit more masculine, and I'll also be doing a video showing that one off. So make sure, if you're not already, you click that subscribe button, so you'll get notifications when I do post these new videos. There's also a glimmer set which matches the stamp set. I got the stamp set because for me, I have enough glimmer sentiment. So I think having a universal stamp set, I know not all of you are into hot foiling and not all of you, you know, want to do that. So I got the stamp set to show you guys the versatility. You don't have to do hot foiling. You could certainly accomplish this with stamping. Let's put a little dab of glue behind this leaf. So I think if you pre-cut everything, once it's all cut, Then it's just a matter of gluing everything down. This is actually pretty easy to do. If you guys have watched my videos, you know I don't like to do lengthy videos where there's a lot of pieces for me to put together. I don't do what I call like fiddly die cutting, but this was actually pretty easy to do. You can see I got 3 fairly easy cards out of it, and then I'll stamp the sentiment for this one inside of it. All I have to do now is attach these to their card fronts. And you can go as in-depth with this as you want. If you want to make a whole scene, maybe make a floral scene and put some vases of flowers in the background. You could certainly use that latte cup die and cut some vases out and put those flowers on there. I have some of the Color Essential Gems. We can add a few of those in here. Done, and then like I said, I can easily happy Mother's Day this, happy birthday, congratulations, #1 best mom, thank you, sending thanks, you know. So there's a lot in there that you could do with this. And this is the non-dancing legs, as I glued the legs down. Let's look at the other two. This one has the dancing legs, and this one is stuck on you. That one on a card front, and also can bring the gems into that one. So this one I'll fix the sentiment on that one and on this one. And I think what I'll do is I'll cut a little half piece of the pop-up foam and put it on each side so her legs don't swing as much back and forth. But it is fun to play with these. It's almost as fun to play with these as it is shaker cards. So there you go. You have the latte cup, you have the glue, and you have the floral bouquet. So all 3 of these cards were made with 1 die set. You can see it took me less than 30 minutes to do all 3 cards, plus the die cutting. And you can pick these all up at Spellbinders. Again, this is the Happy Dance collection. This is called the I Danced Etched Dies. And I also brought in the We All Dance Sentiments. All the links will be down below for you. If you had fun watching me, let me know down in the comments which one is your favorite. Would it be the latte, the glue, or the flowers? I'd like to know down in the comments. Don't forget the thumbs up. Thanks for watching, guys, and keep on stamping. Bye.